What's up, guys? We're back. We are still self-isolating, and more importantly, we are still running this SHIINOTIC offense. Went pretty well last time, but we are going to keep the momentum rolling, keep trying to push for top 500 and see what we can do. In the meantime, this is a very uncommon team. You definitely don't see many of these guys, except for Komodo and Bishop, that frequently, and then, these three in particular are very rare. Frostlass typically is used as a hyper offense lead with a focus sash, trying to lay down spikes and then kill its attacker with Destiny Bond. So I'm going to lead predicting that with, I guess I would go Obstagoon in that case to beat him. Plus, I don't dislike the matchup versus everyone else. If he goes Komodo, that would be fantastic, but I can knock off its leftovers. Let's see what we get. We get Scorch. I wasn't quite expecting that, but if we can knock off heavy duty boots here, that'd be really awesome. Even without Flame Orb, I don't think anyone's taking that comfortably on his team. What if he has Leech Life though? I'm going to Obstruct to scout out a Leech Life, because a Leech Life would do a ton of damage. I think he only has Fire Lash, it looks like. And now he's got no defense, so this knockoff is essentially free. It's not going to do much to Bisharp or Komodo, which I predict is a swap in, but hey, they're going to lose leftovers. Or Black Glasses in Bisharp's case. Nope, he's going to go to Blastoise and it's going to take big amount of damage. There goes leftovers. This thing got Shell Smash recently, so I don't want to afford to go to someone else and let this guy set it for free, so I'm going to Facade. Again, this guy's meant to just break up walls. That's exactly what he's doing. Last time I was using him, I was completely shocked by every time he annihilated someone, but that's not happening today. I am ready, and I am completely all aboard the Obstagoon bandwagon. Okay, this time we get Gengar. I wonder if it might be you can either run a substitute set where you use like Hex and Will-O-Wisp similar to what Dragapult was doing, or you can just, run 3 attacks, so that's very good too. He's very strong. Or I think a choice set is a little bit more likely, and I'm willing to scout it out. Even if I'm wrong and he does substitute, I can always go to my Dragapult afterwards, because he ignores substitutes, of course. Okay, so we see Dazzling Gleam there. I'm going to go to my Corviknight. Oh, he was choice locked. Makes a great double prediction. Double switch and predicts that. Goes to his Scorch. I'm going to do Seismitoad. I don't think he'll Power Whip right out of the gates. He does Fire Lash. Now that he's going to Power Whip, I think I can go to... to go back to Obstagoon. This is tough. I think I'll go to Dragapult. He should be able to take the Power Whip pretty cleanly. Yeah, these things always run Power Whip because Seismitoad is, of course, completely universal. I wonder if he stays in. I don't think... I'm Scarf, so I don't think I'll kill either way. I'm hoping to just scare it out with his U-turn, because I don't have a lot that can OHKO it from full. Okay, I do scare it out. That's fantastic. We get the Bisharp in. That's pretty much automatically giving me my Conkeldurr here. I wonder if he's gutsy enough to go to his Frostlass. If so, this thing is Assault Vest, which I've been really enjoying, actually. That's a surprisingly great tech. Not to mention it's still a Sleep Absorber with Guts. So I'm going to Drain Punch. If he goes to one of his Ghosts... Okay, again, I'm Assault Vest, so I think I take this pretty handily. I wonder what he's going to click here. I don't even know if he gets Psychic, but I think next to anything I eat, that is not even bad luck, to be honest, because... Oh, that kind of is. He was Focus Sash. But yeah, again, I'm Gut still, so I don't care at all. We do get to kill this thing. I think that was a good play on his part, because 90% of the time a Conkeldurr is going to be running Facade as his last move, and if you get that disabled, then he's fine, but that's not the case here. But he is going to resist all my stabs now. I guess not Thunder Punch, but again, I don't love it. This guy's gone for Fire Lash off the rip every time. If he goes to Power Whip, good play. Okay, he does it again. Again, with the defense trap in particular. He might have been able to take a Power Whip, but not with that defense trap. That's way too devastating. And now, I don't know who to go out to, because there's no one that can super safely swap in here. I'll go to Obstagoon again. I want to feel Fire Lash, predicting this. Oh, he knocks off. That's fine. This is the best case for that. I should be much faster. I think I'm going to knock off... Man, a close combat really is tempting, because I've been pretty free and loose with that knockoff. But if he stays in, that would suck. So I'm going to knock off again. Okay, that justifies it. Now if I get up rocks, he's not coming in again for free. He did have Leech Life, but that does get him killing percent, because I didn't really have much that could, destroy this guy off the rip. Plus my big physical wall, of course, gets torn apart by that Fire Lash. So that thing's dead. I'm going to go to Dragapult, and I am going to... This is tough. This is very tough. I want a Draco Meteor, but I don't want that guy getting it for free. But I U-turned on him last time. And he's low, so if I get a Brock, he knows he'll be dying. If I'm him, I'm staying in, so I'm going to click Draco Meteor. Oh, jeez. Okay. I didn't really consider that as part of the choice I was making, but sure, that works out. Maybe he's expecting a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball's fair. So normally a Bisharp would destroy me with a Pursuit, but not in this case. Conkeldurr's eating anything he's dishing out. Maybe even a knockoff. A knockoff would kind of suck, but at this point it's only really covering Gengar. Things are looking pretty advantageous right now. Gengar comes out, but I eat, I think, just about whatever he dishes out. It's strong, but it's not that strong. Yeah, it's probably Scarf, I'm guessing, from that low damage. And then Conkeldurr should really just clean up. Centiskorch is going to come out. I'm going to knock off here. Yep, I was a little bit worried it would do a bit too much damage, but that's fine. And then I'll Mach Punch on the Bisharp. Oh, jeez. First power it is. And then that's going to be enough for that guy. Alright, we start with a nice, good win. Let's get another. Nice and quick, that's what I'd like to see. Instead of like the devastating, long, slow, drawn-out balance affairs that Sword and Shield is known for. I didn't get to use my little Pardusco SHIINOTIC there, but that's fine. Zeraora will come out. Even still, like, a lot of physical attackers have a hard time attacking the general. It's a decently good knockoff switch in because of the fairy resist. Plus, like, if you lose a Rocky Helmet, it sucks, but it's definitely not the end of the world. Okay, so we have a much more standard team than we saw the last time. Of course, when you're predicting leads against these guys, a fast U-turner is likely, a stealth rocker is likely, or a bulky volt switcher is likely. So these three are my primary sort of reads for who he's going to switch to. But and this guy needs to get his orb up. He can obstruct, of course, like I often do, but that's a little bit less likely. So an option that covers those three, I would say, would be. This is tough. This is actually a tough decision. I think my Dragapult, because I don't suspect Clefable is very likely lead. It doesn't get him much. It's not his rocker. If he goes to this guy, I get a super effective U-turn off. If he goes to this guy, I beat him straight up. I should, if I was Specs, I would threaten these two out definitely. So he should at least respect the option, and I'm faster than his Dragapult. So I think that's by far the best option here. A little bit stereotypical. So I should force this guy out. I don't know if he'll be risky enough to stay in. I mean, he should be going to Clefable here. Okay, he does make the correct play in my opinion. That did a decent amount of damage, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is Spadeft. I'm going to hit him with Facade appropriately. If he's Life Orb, then I just kill him out the gates. We'll see how much Spadeft... Yep, okay. I probably should have done a calc on that. That's a big decision to... Oh, he's going to leave. Okay. Again, that was probably... I'm not super proud of that decision because I should have calced that out first and made sure that that wasn't a roll or something like that and it wasn't as risky as it probably was. But that U-turn looked like it did a little bit too much damage, so I just thought that it was probably Spadef. Looks like I was right, and it looks like my opponent was not down to clown that. But hey, we'll take the win. We're 2 quick ones. You love to see it. 2 quick wins. I want to get another one. If he comes back after that, I'd be shocked. Normally, that's not just, you know, connection problems when it's happening with that timing, but he might come back. Okay, so we actually have a slightly uncommon team again. We got 3 UU threats here. Is Mamoswine UU? Yeah, oh yeah. So we got 3 UU threats here, which is very cool. Of course, these guys are common themselves. Heliolisk, again, talking about the fast Volt Switch, that's very common. This guy can go for a bulky U-turn, fast U-turn here. Mamoswine is often Rocker. Looking at this team, it's probably Komodo, though. So there's actually a lot of very strong options for a lead here. The one that covers the most of them, I would say, would be my Seismitoad. I can get a Brox versus a Komodo. I can Scald Burn this guy. Wouldn't be great versus the primary area, but I think it's the least likely of the options. I would resist a primary Volt Switch from Heliolisk, but he'd probably hit me with a Grass Knot, in which case I would swap out to my Corviknight, because these guys are usually choice locked. And then I would resist this guy and be able to Scald Burn the Mamoswine. So I think Seismitoad covers most of the options. He just goes to Heliolisk like he predicted, so this is probably going to be choice Specs or a choice Scarf. Grass Knot here, so if he goes for it. And we do clutch that one out. Let's see what we click here. Grass Knot, yep. Okay, we get that right. This should be a pretty free U-turn because I don't think these guys often run non-choice locked sets. And I would predict he goes to maybe his Primarina, maybe his, I'm probably butchering that spelling, Primarina, that's it. It's Primarina or a Cinderace. Cinderace does come out. I'm tempted to go this guy and just kill him with a Choice Scarf, but I'll do the safe option, go for Seismitoad here. And my choice here is a little bit tricky. I'm tempted to Toxic in case he ends up going to Komodo, but I think I'll just go for the Scald for now. No, Scald or Stealth Rock is a difficult decision here. I'll Stealth Rock because if he goes to Corviknight to try to U-turn, to try to defog them out, then I can go into one of my attacking mons and try to force him out. So we'll see. Maybe Scald is better. That's always a bit of a tough choice off the rip, but... And I wouldn't be surprised if U-turn, or sorry, I wouldn't be surprised if Toxic was a great choice itself, because that would really smoke the Komodo or Primarina. But I'm not sure who he's going to here. He could even go back to Helios and try to threaten me out with another Grass Knot, maybe predict my switch to Corviknight. He does go to Primarina. That's surprising. I can't imagine this guy's clicking a Water ability here. So I think I'm going to go to my Corviknight. It's got a lot of Spadef. I don't think it's eating too much company from Primarina. This guy is an absolute special attacking monster. So let's see what he clicks. Clicks Energy Ball again. I am continually surprised by how many people have grass coverage this gen, and I have been smoked by it one too many times. Ironhead should threaten him out, but I don't know what set this Primarina is running. I don't know what set it's running. I gotta imagine some sort of spec set. It's probably going back to Cinderace or Corviknight here. I'm gonna U-turn out. Goes back to Cinderace. That's fine. I'll go back up to Seismitoad. No use worrying about it. With the leftovers I'm getting back, I'm getting a ton back. I'm gonna Scald in case he swaps out this time. If he stays in and goes for a Court Change, that's fine. Okay, he elects to swap out again. I wonder if he goes to Primarina. We'll see. That's probably a safe play in this bet because a Scald is pretty likely on my part. We'll see though. I could have Toxic though. Okay, he does go for it. I think that's probably a strong play. Now this becomes an interesting 50-50 on whether I stay in or not versus the Water move. If I'm him, I'm clicking a Water move. And I don't have a great other option. SHIINOTIC is okay though. This thing does not have much special defense investment, but it has a natural 130 Spadef bulk, which is very good. So I like it versus all three of the primary stabs. So I'm gonna go to it. We'll see what I get. Goes for a non-liquid voice, hyper voice. That's interesting. I'm gonna Spore here. I'll live this. I'm not gonna get too much back with Strength Sap. Of course, Primarina isn't much of a physical attacker, but I should be able to like kind of absolve the sleep. Oh, and it goes to Cinderace. So that's back up to full. That's great. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy eats a Pyro Ball, but okay, yeah, I just checked the calc and he doesn't even live a Pyro Ball. That's actually surprising. I thought he would probably live it narrowly. So yeah, no use hesitating. I'll go right back up to Seismitoad once again. He does Court Change this time. I'm gonna get Rocks again. We'll see who he goes to. I'd be surprised if he goes to Primarina. Because I kind of can threaten him out with a number of moves, but I just want to keep my rocks up. It's putting a lot of pressure on him, especially with this ice type in the back. I'm going to bet he's going to stay asleep at least one turn, so I'll go to this guy. I can threaten him out with anything, really. Knockoff doesn't seem like the best option. He doesn't even have a ghost type, so there's not even a 50-50 to respect. So I will click Facade. Actually, he's definitely swapping out, though. There's no way he's staying in. If he stays in and kills me, I'll look like an idiot, but there's no way he's staying in. Yeah. There's no, that was too obvious of a play for me not to click knockoff. Perhaps I was over-predicting, but that was too much. Now I'm going to close combat. If he stays in, I get to kill it, which is great. And that is exactly the case. So Corviknight's dead. These rocks are staying up for the whole game. That's awesome. That'll put a bit of pressure on the Mamoswine. Komodo, not these other guys as much, but you know, that's 12% chip, that matters. I'll obstruct and just scout for a turn. I guess I'm losing burn chip here. It's not the best, but no, but U-turn is a safe play for my opponent there. I'll go back to Seismitoad. This is not coming in as freely versus the Cinderace, of course, with Stealth Rocks up, but still a very good primary option. I wonder if he'll go back to Primarina. Oh, he actually chooses the Power Ball here. Fair enough. This time I'm actually going to Earth Power. You know, if he goes to Mamoswine, that'd be crazy. But Earth Power is a much better option versus everyone else. So finally we can get some damage on this Primarina, hopefully. It's only been taking Stealth Rock damage so far, but it still put a lot of pressure on me here. It's been to sleep one turn. It's perhaps a bit risky to stay up, but this guy's really only checking the Volt Switch from this guy, and perhaps threatening a Scald on this guy. Plus, it's checking the Cinderace, of course. And yeah, that's what I figured. It was most likely it was going to stay asleep another turn. I am now going to go to Corviknight in case it wakes up and uses a Grass move. Let's see, it does wake up and it clicks Moonblast. It's not as ideal, but that's still fine. I'm actually predicting he's going to stay in because he's dying next time he comes into Stealth Rock Chip anyways. Oh, he keeps it for a sack. That's a good play. I'm going to U-turn out in case he does a substitute, and then I can go to my Dragapult. But if he stays in and goes for a Body Press, that's okay. Or Iron Defense here. That's still fine. I wonder who checks this best. Probably still the Dragapult, if we're being honest. I'm going to Draco Meteor. That'll invite in the Primarina, of course, but it's dying to Stealth Rocks anyways. So that's fine. We should avoid the Iron Defense threat. I expect now we'll see maybe Cinderace with a Sucker Punch. Okay, Heliolisk comes out. I wonder if he's expecting the Seismitoad. I've been coming to the Seismitoad pretty freely thus far. I like Conkeldurr. It's got the Assault Vest. It should be able to eat everything. If it does Grass Knot again, he Dark Pulses. Well, then I eat it handily then. That's just fantastic. This Drain Punch is probably going to do a lot to Komodo. Actually, it's probably not going to do that much. I wonder if a Knockoff is better. I'm going to knock off the Komodo. It's not going to do as much damage as Drain Punch, but limiting the leftovers is great. I'll go to SHIINOTIC now. Whatever he does, I'll be able to eat pretty handily. Yep, Earthquake is resisted quite nicely. And he forfeits. That is 3 wins in 20 minutes. You'll love to see it. Let's get one more. One more. You know, you don't want to leave a hot table, but I don't want to go forever. Okay, this time we see my dreaded Corsola Galar. I've never been a fan of this guy. Espeon, rare. Mew definitely still a threat, but not as common itself. And even, you know, Ditto definitely saw its heyday during the Dynamax days, but also a little bit less common. So, interesting. I expect this is a very defensive team. I don't want to call it stalled because it's still doesn't have any of the stall big hitters, but it's more likely a defensive team than not, with the exception of Zeraora. I'm going to go to my SHIINOTIC on the Zeraora. That's just such a common lead. You can't go wrong with that. I don't want to... Actually, I can Spore. I was going to say I don't want to Spore in case Espeon comes in and Magic bounces it out. But that doesn't affect the Grass type. So that would be A-okay. It does go Espeon. Like I said, no worries. I'm not sure what this guy's clicking. Let's check its set. Yeah, let's see what it's likely clicking. Psychic or a Shadow Ball. Calm Mind, perhaps. I like going to... Obstacle would be good, but I don't want to risk him clicking a Fairy type move. So I'll do the safe Corviknight. I don't see much that's threatening the Corviknight. A Shadow Ball is still equal. Oh, he goes for a Flex to the screens. Okay, I want to defog that away. I don't think the Espeon has much to threaten me. Oh, I did not know that a Magic Bounce disabled screens from that. That's actually kind of embarrassing. Whoops. But hey, that's how you learn. That's A-okay. I'm not sure if this guy has Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to Obstruct and Scout it out. Dazzling Gleam is still pretty threatening here. Okay, he probably doesn't. I should have knocked off. That's a bit of a shame. But I'll go back to SHIINOTIC. No harm done. It's not like Zero was doing much, and we're still burning some time on those screens. So I'm a bit disadvantaged in these opening turns, but nothing I can't absolve. I'm going to Poison Zeraora. Not, like, overtly great, but that's okay by me. I'm going to go to Obstagoon on the Espeon again. If he stays in close combats again, I'm going to look like a chump, but I can't imagine you get poisoned and you get a defense and special defense drop against SHIINOTIC, and you choose to stay in. So, perhaps risky, but I think this is a pretty calculated risk. Blaze Kick. Hold the phone. What? Well, I'm going to Obstruct here. Give him some more Poison Chip. I suppose I'm also taking Chip with my Burn, but I'm okay with that. This guy's defense is in the gutter meanwhile. I'll go to SHIINOTIC's obvious on the Blaze Kick, but that's fine. I'm burning a lot here. Yeah, this guy's taking so much damage, that's okay. I'm going to Seismitoad again. He could predict that with the close combat, but nope, he doesn't. Oh, he burns me. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I'm running a pure special set on this, so it's not like I'm losing it on any damage here. And then I'll go to SHIINOTIC one more time. His only job is really to check the Zero Aura. I'd still like to have the Spore and stuff, but that's the way I'm ensuring he's dying. I didn't want to mess around too much. And yeah, that way I keep leftovers on my toad. So that's fine. That worked out okay. You know, it did its job. It killed Zero Aura. That's all I got it here for. I'm A-okay with that. And I can still get a chance to get this guy back up to healthy. You know, 1 strength sap is going to do a number. This guy's faster than me, so I will rotate out to Corviknight. That does not look like a very offensive set. Goes to Mew. I wonder what set the Mew's running. Actually, I was going to U-turn the Mew because it's super effective, but that seems pretty dangerous. I'm going to go to this guy. Imprison. Keeps me in. What's the difference between imprison and block? Oh, it's sealed and he moves. Okay, so now he's going to transform into me. I'll Toxic it then. And it's sealed by that point. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Pretty gimmicky set, but what are you going to do? I might get enough health back to be able to strength sap with SHIINOTIC here. We'll see. No, that was probably a bit dumb on my part. Oh well. Tough decision on who to go to here. It's looking a little bit rough. That Seismitoad Toad and SHIINOTIC gun is a big defensive aspect of my team. I'll go to Dragapult for now. I'm expecting the Clefable here, so I'll U-turn out. He stays in. That's just a free Corviknight then. Toxics. Maybe that was a dumb defog. He didn't have a spinner. That was probably a mistake, actually. Scald was for Scald Burn. I will rotate out. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. With this guy again, and I'll drink a Meteor on his Toxic. That's fine. I don't think I'll kill him from full, but it'll be a 2-hit KO. It was for a Scald. Interesting play. Maybe he was expecting another rotation of Corviknight. He should be going to Clefable here, but he stays in. I guess the Mew did its job. Fair enough. It got up rocks and it killed my rocker. But you know, either way, this Corsola Galar had it. That's going to be. I can go to Conclusion, the Flamethrower, and then Corviknight to get in a little bit safer. I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, Moonblast. Shoot. That's too bad. These things are looking a little bit rough now. I feel like these guys are too scary, but you know. I wonder how much this. Oh, I get a crit? Do I get a flinch? No, we don't quite get the flinch. And he burns me. That really sucks. I need a flinch here. Or I think that might be the game. We'll see. Flinch. Oh, but he stays in. Okay, and that allows me to get Obstagoon in. And then this Facade is going to kill something. Obstagoon's going to be huge right now. I wonder if he goes to Corsola. Maybe it's his own Ditto right now. That's probably what I'd predict. There's a Ditto. I'm going to Obstruct. See what move he locks into. Depending on which, I can go to one of these two. Clicks Knockoff. That's got to be... I could stay in. No, that's going to be a Conkeldurr. I'm going to knock off in case he goes to Corsola Galar. He should 1000% expect that, especially with half defense. If he stays in, I'd be blown away. And knockoff's not doing that much damage anyways. Goes Espeon. Okay, that's A-okay. Mach Punch to seal the deal. Conkeldurr's looking like in a great position. I'm going to knock off this guy's whatever on the burn. That'll reduce his defenses for the Dragapult Shadow Ball. Oh, it goes for Whirlpool. How odd. Thunder Punch this turn. Strength Sap. We got a Paralyze. That'd be awesome. Disables the Thunder Punch too. So Whirlpool there. This isn't looking great now. I'll go to this guy and I will Shadow Ball. I should have kept that Obstagoon healthy. That was a bit of a mistake. Oh, but we do lots of damage to this Corsola, and he disables me. That is so... Actually, he was going to kill me anyways. I don't think that mattered then. I think I just lose. That's too bad. Tough loss. I kind of misplayed it with... I wasn't expecting that Mew... If I knew that I was going to be able to play that a little bit differently. I guess if I... No, I'm definitely dying to this Ditto here. There's no way. GG to my opponent. And I'll get... I said one more. But I'll do one more plus another one more. Okay, we see a very offensive looking team. I would not be surprised if this is an HO team with this guy's a sash rocker or this guy's a screen setter. And so I want something to cover both. If he leads with any of the others, I have good swap-ins. This guy can go to SHIINOTIC, this guy can go to my own Corviknight, this guy can go to SHIINOTIC, and this guy I can go to, I guess, Corviknight again. But yeah, more importantly, I'm focused on these two. And if that's the case, Obstagoon's not great. Conkeldur's not the worst, but I don't love him either. I know SHIINOTIC's not bad, but I don't like the Mamoswine option there. I think Corviknight. I think Corviknight's the best option. It's Iron Head super effective on both. I can defog away hazards. Oh, but he leads with Krozma. None of the above. This thing's got a lot of def, so the Heat Wave isn't too threatening. That might be specs damage. And he burns me. Wow. I'm getting burned by a lot of errant moves here. But I'll get this guy in. The knockoff will do a number on someone. I think the Grimmsnarl's pretty likely, though. So I think I'm going to Facade on the Grimmsnarl. And if it stays in, he's dead. So that's a fine prediction to make. If he goes to... The only reason I wouldn't make that prediction is if he goes Corviknight, which is he does. Okay, it does that. I'm going to knock off. Get rid of its leftovers. He ups to Roost. That's fine. He's done his job with my own Corviknight on a U-turn. Yep. Should invite in the Zeraora, and on the Zeraora I got a free swap into my SHIINOTIC, and then I can Spore something. I'm not sure what, but something. I wonder if the Rest Talk sets that Grimmsnarl has are still active. Because that was a very cool set for a while, where he had a priority Rest Talk, so his moves were in priority when he was asleep, and he used Sleep Talk, which is really cool. And of course, Rest is a priority recovery too because of his ability Prankster. But yeah, anyways, oh, I misclicked. Oh, that was a really bad misclick. Shoot. I have to go to Seismitoad on the fire move here. Doesn't have a lot of Spadef though, so it's not a great option. He Thunder Waves. Okay. This guy isn't Specs. Surprising given how much damage he did earlier. He could be Specs and just have Thunder Wave, but that doesn't strike me as terribly likely. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to... I'm tempted to go for Rocks here, but I think I'm gonna go Obstagoon because that covers if he switches moves. No, I'm clicking Rocks. Oh, how much is it gonna do? That's a lot. Okay, I should have gone Obstagoon. That was why I thought, in case he did switch moves. It's a bit obvious of a switch here, but we'll see if it pans out. Oh, he goes for his own Rocks. I didn't even know this thing got Rocks. That's insane. Okay, that's a free knockoff. I'm actually gonna close combat the Corviknight. Might be a misplay. If it doesn't work out, it's gonna look pretty silly, but okay, he does go to Corviknight. Let's see how much it does. Doesn't do very much. I thought it'd do a lot more. This guy must be full Fizz Def. I'm going to Obstruct on a U-turn. No. Oh boy, I lost a lot of momentum with that series of turns. I think I have to go Corviknight again because that invites in the Zeraora, and the Zeraora is one of the most comfortable swap-ins, of course. Man. I guess I could have obstructed again, but it had a chance to fail. He goes to Keldeo here. The Seismitoad swap-in's pretty obvious. I'm behind by a decent margin here, I think. And I think I gotta make a play. I'm gonna go to Dragapult on the Fighting Type move. Even if it goes Water, it's not the end of the world. Air Slash. That's crazy on his part. Maybe he's expecting SHIINOTIC there. I got a U-turn. He should absolutely expect Draco Meteor here. If he's Scarf, there's nobody's doing that much damage to Scarf. I think that might have been Specs damage. Okay, he goes to Grimmsnarl. So now I'm super behind. That play didn't work out at all. That did a ton. That U-turn did a ton. So I'm going to go to Obstagoon and Facade. That should invite in the Corviknight, which sucks, but I don't really have a great answer for this Corviknight. I guess I could double to my Dragapult right now, but it's low, and then it's going to be at 18%. I don't have a good option for that guy. I'm going to double to my Conkeldurr, actually. There's no reason for this guy to stay in. Well, he might. That's the thing. This guy might stay in. I can't risk him clicking Spirit Break. I think I have to Facade, which invites in the Corviknight for free. That really blows. I'm expecting another Roost here, especially after I obstructed last time. This way I can get this guy in for free with the Thunder Punch. He does do that. I wonder if he got Brave Bird. If he has Brave Bird, that would really blow. Otherwise, I like my Thunder Punch option here. He returns out. Okay. I don't expect a Mamoswine. I don't think anyone would do that in Conkeldurr there. He goes into Krozma. I could have knocked off that, I guess, but we still got some good chip on it. Photon Geyser seems very obvious here. I wonder if he'll do that after I ripped that Obstacle Goon last time. I could also sack my SHIINOTIC. It's not that, or sorry, my Corviknight. It's not doing a ton at 35%, you know, less than 30 after chip with burn and stealth rocks. I could just sack it. But I like having it as a threat for the Mammoth Swine, so if it comes in an Earthquake, at least the Earthquake's a bit of a 50-50 for my opponent. I mean, I would live... He's definitely Photon Geyser, though. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, nice. Okay. So again, this is I'm in a tough position already in this game. Okay, Keldeo comes in. Air Slash is a huge threat now. I didn't even know he had that this gen. My Corviknight would die to a 2 at KO. I gotta pick a sack here, which is a shame because a Thunder Punch could kill. But if he had just even Hydro Pump, I bet he could live it. But he's Air Slashing, and that means I have to. I want to keep the Side Potato alive so I can threaten a Water Absorb for this guy in the future. But if he has Air Slash, it pretty much decimates my team already. So if I'm picking a sack, he's the best option. Okay, there goes that guy. I guess I have to go. Dragon's my only option. It's so low now. I'm expecting Grimmsnarl again, so I have to do a U-turn, which isn't going to be a lot. This is a pretty losing position, I think. The first couple turns didn't pan out very well. Well, U-turn does a ton, to the point where I bet Mach Punch kills now. I wonder if he swaps out. Does swap out. I'm going to Thunder Punch here. Body presses. Okay, that's great. So I probably killed the Corviknight. Does nothing at all. I should have Drain Punched in that case. Okay, so I get that much. Mach Punch should kill now. This Conkeldurr was useful too, so now I'm in a real pinch. I've got the Zero Aura pretty cleanly walled in my SHIINOTIC still, but he's dying to Keldeo and Mammoth Swine. That should be this guy. The second someone starts rocking Volt Switch and Volt Switching on my SHIINOTIC, I'm in big trouble. Or Poison Jab for that matter. But that's fine. I get another Sleep Sack. That's great. I don't think I even got one before because I misclicked that Strength Sap. That was probably one of the reasons I lost so much momentum. Oh, okay. Sure. I think I'll Strength Sap. Get back up to full. Now somebody's gonna die again. I could have Leech Seeded here. That was probably a misplay. I could have Moonblasted there. Ah, oh, darn it. Could have Moonblasted. What's Obstagoon really doing for me? I gotta ask. I've been kind of keeping him in the back in case he's this critical Pokemon, but really he's slower than Keldeo and dies. Mammoth Swine's Ice Shard is probably killing it after rocks, and Grimmsnarl, a sneeze will kill it at this point. So this guy dies. If I go to this guy, he's gonna swap it again, and then I just lose. So I think I just lose because Corviknight, his Dragon Bolt can't kill this guy. I think this Keldeo's gonna steal the game with the Air Slash, which is a really cool tech. I can't go to Dragon Bolt yet. I wonder if this guy lives. If he lives, that would be so beautiful. With a crit, he lives, and he. Completely surpassed, and then fell below my expectations. That was devastating. I can't be too salty. I misplayed this. A crit flinch. That's pretty insane. I think my only win con is like if this Mach Punch kills, like with a crit. It wasn't even, yeah. No. That sucks. Big time. I'll at least get the 3-0 after killing the Grimmsnarl. Goes to Zera. To this guy. I guess I can Moonblast. I was expecting him to go straight up to Keldeo again. So Keldeo's gonna come in and Air Slash me and he's gonna kill me. That also survived. Oh my gosh. I could have killed. I was gonna lose afterwards anyways to Ice Shard, but that's actually insane. Shoot. Okay, so I should have stopped earlier. That just goes to show when you're on a hot streak, you do leave a hot table. Who knew? But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's gonna do it. I'll see you in a couple days with another live, but the climb continues. Take it easy.